was good. I literally just ate a really good dinner, actually. So I am full now. I'm probably gonna eat dessert with while I'm studying because I've got 2 tests and a quiz tomorrow. So quiet now without that AC on. But anyway, so new space, really excited about it. Like I said in the last one, that nobody else can see. I had hoped for this for about 2 weeks before we even started working on this. And while it's not something technically I made myself, we did move everything out of the way so that I could start working on this. Hello. This is my new space. If you want to stay and chat. But I just recently moved into the shed. I'm not living here. That'd be weird. But this is just like a recording space for me. And I'm really excited about it. I've got all my masks and stuff out here, so. And I've got toys too. More like figurines, but. Hello! Hi again. I just got done eating. So I had to leave because my mom finished making food. I'm glad you're back. It's been the past couple lives I've done have been lonely because nobody's wanted to stay. But I just got done eating and now I can stay out here for a little bit. I do have to go back in probably before 7 so that I can study because I've got like 3 different things to do. I've got 2 tests and a quiz tomorrow, so I do have to study. But that's my den that, oh, thank you. I just literally just did this tonight. And then I've got some figurines of my stereotypes that I didn't even realize that I had all of them until I found the turtle one at my dad's house, and I was like, wait a minute, that means I have all of them. But thank you for that comment. It took a while to do this one. It's not exactly my favorite one. The fox one I did, which is not one of my stereotypes, but the fox one I did, I think, is a little bit better. Let me see. And the whole table almost flipped. Let's see. I've still got everything in boxes because I just moved everything today. But it did take a little bit to make this one. And I can't find it. I hope I didn't leave it inside. That'd be bad. Well, I mean, not really, because I guess I could just go back inside and get it. Hello. I'm doing a mask tour and a tour of my new recording space. I had to cut the last video short because I had to eat. But I'm trying to look for a specific mask now and I can't. There it is. It was all the way at the bottom, but this is my favorite mask that I've done. It looks really cool and realistic. It's a gray fox. And I think it really looks good. it took a while to actually do the coloring and stuff, because I actually colored it with colored pencils instead of like everybody else does with like paint and stuff. I don't paint very much, so colored pencils. And I just recently got a dino mask. I was so excited when I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this. So maybe work on that at some point. But I think my phone, yeah, it's on enough charge that it won't scream at me when I unplug it, so that I can show around. So this is the setup right there with all my stuff. And then this is the rest of the shed. And that's my quad space plus a little den for me in case I just want to lay down. But it's taken quite a bit to get it this far. I worked a lot with my mom on Sunday, I guess it was, to clean out all the boxes and stuff. There's still plenty of boxes in here, don't get me wrong. But we cleaned out all the boxes in this area. And we were able to get it clean enough that I could start doing stuff in here. And then my mom's also going to come out here and do some sewing when she gets her sewing stuff out here. So it'll be a kind of multi-purpose place, but it's not really anything special right now, but I'm also planning to maybe have a den up here in the loft. Why are you guys gone? Why is everybody gone? But I'm planning to have a den in the loft. So, yeah. I guess I can swap masks now while no one's looking. I still need one that I'm going to be able to breathe in, so I might do the fox mask. I guess I was boring people too much. Is that it? I guess it could be. I do tend to talk a lot, so that makes sense. But, let's see. I guess I could start trying to figure out where I want stuff to go. And if I have any more boxes. This one is so hard to see out of. Never mind, I'm gonna change back because I can't see anything. There we go, I can see better now. Let's see. Maybe I could use this for like tails and stuff. Or masks. Could do that. Take this box down and move it. Do that. That might work. And I could have like these right there. And I think I'm only gonna have like the main masks that I use out. So like Put that one there. Not any of these, because these aren't really mains. That one. These are fairy type masks. Got quite a few of those. This one's a part of those. Masks I'm working on currently. Let's do this instead. I wonder if anyone's gonna come back or not. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if anyone does. A little bit better. Hello. I'm working on sorting all my stuff in my new area. So if you want to join me, you can. I'm just sorting through all my masks right now so that I can set them up in this. So that's what I'm doing right now. Are you guys just coming to visit, or are you a subscriber, or like, how did you get to this live stream? I guess is what I'm trying to ask. Trying and failing. Oh. Huh. Have you been here the whole time? Because it did not show you as here the whole time. So unless you left and came back like I did. Because it did not show that anyone was here for a good, like, 5 minutes. So I just started moving my masks and stuff. I wonder if it's the internet. That might be what it is. The internet is pretty bad right now. There's a mosquito. Here. Ugh. I swear this is awful. The only thing about being outside right now where I'm at, mosquitoes are awful. Hello. I'm moving my masks right now. This one probably needs to go back inside. That one's too good to leave out here. But I'm moving my masks and tails and stuff I swear. Where are you? Rare footage of a Apotherian using their tail to drive away a mosquito. Because that's what it takes right now, apparently. I don't know if you can even see it on camera or not, but the thing is right next to my ear right now, and it is infuriating. What do you mean? Yeah, it's not great out here right now. We just had like a major rainstorm like a month ago, maybe. So there have been like 20,000 billion mosquitoes, and most of them are like those gigantic ones, and they've just been here ever since. It's not great. It's really not, but I'd rather be outside right now. It's too nice outside to not be outside. Because it's not hot, it's not cold. Like, it's just... What do you mean, Lore? Oh, you mean about where I'm at? I'll never give away my location. At least not right now. I might. And I might even show my face and my actual name. Because Paisley is not my actual name, but I don't want to use it here. Because I'm under 18, so I don't want to use my actual name yet. When I am, though, I might start giving hints about where I'm located and what my name is. But for now, y'all ain't getting anything. So I've got way too many masks. I've got too many. Most of the time I don't even use most of them. Like, I haven't used this one since, like, one of my first videos. Haven't used this one at all. I know, but I tend to use y'all a lot anyway. It's a reflex for me. It's just... Then I was kind of saying even people that aren't here right now, like y'all as in my subscribers or the other people who watch my videos that aren't subscribed, like it's not just y'all as in there are more people on this live. But I haven't, some of these I haven't hardly ever used. Like, I haven't used this one. It's a persona that I just randomly made. And I haven't used it yet in a video. It's crazy. And then this is one that I made for a friend who lives actually fairly near me, but we actually originally met on Facebook. And I'm planning to do commissions. Ow, oh my gosh, the mosquito must have finally got me. Oh my gosh, that hurt. Ow. Yeah, I really want to do commissions. Like, it's... Oh, what the... I guess it's because it's getting closer to dark. There's got to be like 5 of them around me right now. But I really do want to do commissions. It's something that I've been wanting to do even before I got into the furry fandom and figured out I was a Therian. Like, I've wanted to do stuff like this, but it's never worked out for me. Ugh. I swear I'm going to die with these mosquitoes. I'm either going to burn this place down or I'm going to die because they've all sucked my blood. It's not going to be pretty either way. But I really do want to do commissions, though. It's something that I've wanted to do, and I'm planning on doing it when I turn 18. So a lot of it's hinging around when I turn 18, so I'm counting down the days. I really don't have that much longer. I'm already 17. I'm sure it doesn't sound like I am, though. And I am very short, so that doesn't really help either. But I am planning on doing it. So you don't have long to wait if you want to do it. If you want to have commissions made by me, you don't have long. It's just a little bit longer. But I've got plenty of blank masks, so leave me alone. I really want to. Like, it's not, like I said before, with the amount of rain we got, there was so much standing water. I'm sure there's like trillions of them. And I really just want to find all of them and kill them, like, with fire. Or poison. Poison would work too. But sadly, I cannot find all the mosquitoes. It wouldn't be possible for me to. I wish I could, but it's not gonna happen. So what do you mean, like right now? Because I don't have the capability of actually making commissions right now. So I mean, I can always, like, I could screenshot this and make sure that I contact you again in a year, unless you want to subscribe. Not forcing or anything, but it would be easier to be able to get in contact with you if you're subscribed. And since you've already commented on this live, I could just go to your channel and subscribe to you so that we could talk if we needed to. Okay, thank you. But yeah, so speaking of that, I guess I can show you because I've already got them out. This was the first mask I made. It's good, but it's not the kind of stuff I do now, because originally I was into warriors, so all of my stuff had to do with warriors. And then much later, more recently, I got into furry fandom and discovered I was a Therian. And then because of that, I started making these masks. And the first one that I did that was more recent is actually the one that's been sticking out this entire video. This feather does not want to stay put, but this is the one that I did the first day I found out about more of this stuff, because originally, after that first making those first masks for my OCs and warriors, I actually stuffed them in my closet and did not I didn't use them at all, so they stayed in my closet for a long time. And then this year, actually, I started getting more into, like, the furry fandom and stuff. And I remember when I didn't have any. Actually, with both of my accounts, the first subscriber I had was my mom. But it's interesting. It's been a long journey already to having this many subscribers. Like, I truly can't believe I have 70 subscribers already. Like, this is something that I just started doing, and it started out as just me recording my quads and stuff. And I actually originally started this channel because of Windward Paws. I don't know if you know that channel, but he is a really good, excuse me, a really good quadrobist and mask maker. And he actually, I was on a live stream on my old account when it came up about making videos and stuff, and I was like, I really want to do that, but I can't because I don't know if my dad's gonna watch, because he doesn't know and he doesn't need to know. And he was like, well, have you tried like making an alternate account? And I'm like, no, but that is actually a really good point. So, and now I'm here, but I will definitely subscribe to you when this live is over. I will go check your channel out because I'm sure it's great. Most communities are awesome. Like, I don't have any bad things to say about most communities. Most communities are awesome. Like, the Therian community is awesome. The furry community is awesome. Now, we do have some subsections that are not great, but I will definitely check that out then. What do you do? Like, is it more like this stuff, or is it like just playing video games, or what do you do? Because I'm like really interested now. This one is ugly. They took all the fur off of it, and now it's just disgusting. Yeah, that makes sense. There's sometimes I wish I could do that, and then other times that I'm like, I'm glad that I didn't, because anything that I'd post would probably be about warrior cats, and then I'd just spam warrior cats constantly, which I guess is not any different than what I'm already doing, but that seems really cool though. I'll definitely check it out after this. No. I need that up there. There we go. I'm almost done cleaning out this box now. I've got wings. I don't know where I'm going to put these either, so I'm just going to leave them on the table. So, do you go to school or anything, or are you out of school already? Because I'm really interested in the, I was going to ask, and I wanted to kind of ask what your age was, but I know I don't need to do that because YouTube is a scary, scary place. Even this side of YouTube. Like, I would never do anything, but that's cool. Are you in high school, middle school? What? I don't want to, again, I don't want you saying specifics because that can be bad, but, like, what age range, I guess? Because I know I'm definitely in high school, and the only reason I say my actual age is because I wanted to, like, for commissions and stuff, I wanted to give people a time frame of when I might do that. And I'm pretty open about everything. Huh, that's cool. I used to be homeschooled for a long time, up until I went to public high school 2 years ago. So, But because of that, I'm supposed to be a senior this year, but because I was homeschooled, they made me redo ninth grade. So, which kind of sucked, but it meant I got to do more classes at my career center. So, it was nice. It wasn't nice originally, but it turned out to be very nice for me. Ah, that makes sense. That's fine. I totally understand that too. That, yeah. I understand that. If I was younger, I'd probably do the same, because when I was younger, I didn't want anybody knowing anything about me, even the people that were in my town. So I understand that. And I respect that. That's perfectly fine with me. So how was your first day of school? Because this is the 4th week for me, so I've been in here for about a month now, and I actually finally worked up the courage to wear a tail to school. I'm glad. That first days can be rough. Speaking from experience, especially first days at a new school is really hard, but I'm glad that your first day was really good. That's awesome. I need to put that over here. So it's still very messy, but this is kind of a broad strokes what I'm going with right now. So I've got a lay up there and another one, and that's all my masks and tails and things. This one's going back inside because it's too good to stay out here. And then bracelets and other things over there. So it's not bad as a setup, honestly. I can't leave some of my other tails out here because I'm pretty sure they're real, and they might get messed up out here. But other than that, everything else is staying out here. But there's someone. I have my family has cameras, and my friends hooked up to them, and somebody apparently was out the back door. So either the dogs or my brother or my mom was at the back door. I don't know who, but so here's that. That one's done now. Yeah, that's tough. I last year I had a lunch change very similar to that. I went from first lunch to second lunch, and it was even worse because I'm sorry, I think a mosquito got my nose too. But anyway, I had first lunch originally, then had to go to second lunch, which was about that time frame, and it was really hard on me at first. It turned out good because it meant that most of my day was over and I didn't have to deal with it anymore, but it wasn't great. But I finally figured out how to live with it. It's definitely different, but especially going from homeschooled to public school was hard because there's just so much, like, I could get up whenever I wanted to do my schoolwork in an hour if that's how long it took me, and then have the rest of the day to do whatever I wanted. And so public school was kind of a hard transition, but it was harder for my brother because he hadn't been in school at all, whereas I actually went to the career center first. So it was definitely different, but I'm kind of glad I've went to the high school now, just because there are so many really nice teachers that I like, but there are some things that I don't like about it. Like I said, I don't like the fact that I have to get up so early, and tests can be very stressful, but it is what it is, I guess. But I think I'm gonna move out of this chair and into my den. Oh yeah, definitely. I am for the most part too. I don't tend to talk very much unless it's like actually about classes and things, like about stuff in school. But for the most part, it's just like, nope, not talking, because I'm an introvert, and I don't do people well. But this, especially being able to have a YouTube channel and stuff, has really opened me up to being able to talk to people. Um, but also being in FFA, which, if you don't know, is Future Farmers of America, which, of course, being a Therian and a furry, I love animals, so it just makes sense to be in something related with farming and agriculture. But yeah, I I used to have like two. I have, which, friends is something different to me than like people in school. Like, people in school or people you know are acquaintances. And most of the time, the people I associate with acquaintances are even like people that you know their names, you know some about them, but you're not friends, I guess. But I haven't had very many friends. And I've had even less best friends. But I not necessarily because of school, but more because of FFA. I have finally branched out and have started making new friends and stuff. And I think all that was leading up to making a YouTube channel, whether it was for this stuff or for something else. But I know I was eventually going to make one, but this was something that was unexpected. But it has allowed me to make more friends and has even helped me connect in school, if that makes sense at all. But it's definitely hard to make friends, though. I'll agree with that. Friends are not something you can easily make, especially with the way of the world right now, where you want to be friends with people online, which makes it even harder for people to connect in real life. But not saying that I don't like the internet, but it does have its downsides, and that's one of them. But I do love those vines, but moving and sitting up, especially, is very hard to do with those. But yeah, I haven't had that specifically happen, but I had someone who was slightly older than me who decided to that she was gonna stick up with her and hang out with her older friends, and left me in her room by myself, and that was all happening during her birthday party. Like, she didn't want to hang out with me at all. And then I've also had other friends who have just straight up left, either not by their own accord, but because they actually had to move to a different state, or just completely didn't want anything to do with me anymore, so just left as far as not hanging out with me anymore. And I also just recently had a friend who threw me under the bus because apparently she saw her boyfriend hanging out with someone else. So she called it out to me, and me being the shy person that I am just went like, "Uh-huh," not understanding what she was talking about. And then the next day when I came into lunch, she's like, "So, Audrey, you know that whoops, didn't mean to say that. Oh well, there's only two people on here right now, so it's fine." But she's like, "My real name that nobody on this stream will actually say out loud, right? You didn't hear anything, right? Please tell me you didn't hear anything." It's fine though, even if you did. I mean, it was gonna happen eventually. Yeah, basically it started the drama where it was like she said that I had noticed that it was her boyfriend hanging out with someone else, and that I had started talking about him and the other girl and all this other stuff, and I was like, I did not do anything. Thank you for that. I'm glad you didn't hear anything. But yeah, it was not great, and I ended up having to eat lunch with her the whole rest of the semester because that happened in the middle of the semester. And it was like, yeah, that that did not that didn't turn out well. And I still don't really talk to her all that much, which she's a senior now, so yeah, it was not good. And I still to this day don't understand why she did what she did, because it's like I didn't there were two other people sitting at the table with us, and it was like you could have chosen your other best friend, because she kept calling me bestie even though we weren't really that close. And she literally had her best friend right beside her. She could have said that that was the yeah, it was way too much drama, and I couldn't really deal with it, so I ain't talking to her no more. But that was last year, so I finally have made a couple other friends. One of them is actually an online friend, and I have made some other like school friends or whatever. One of the people in my school is actually a Therian too, which was kind of cool to learn. I kind of wasn't expecting it, because if you're if you're familiar with the Therian community, even though you see a lot of videos, there aren't actually that many of us out there. So the fact that there was another one literally in my same school, in my same town, blew my mind. But so there's another Therian that I'm friends with, and then are you a Therian, or what? How are you familiar with it? Because that I'm always interested, because some people subscribe to me and come on to the stream and don't have anything to do with it, and I've had quite a few hate comments from people who just don't understand it. Also, I'm interested to find out. Ah, okay. I that makes sense now. I'll check it out. But I figured that had something to do with the video, but I didn't want to outright assume that that's what the video was about. Um, but being a Ethereum myself, it's just like it's crazy. And I did go back and forth for a while on whether I was or not, because you would what, like make videos like this, or be a furry or Ethereum, or which? Because like being Ethereum doesn't have anything to do with like you can't help being Ethereum. I couldn't help being Ethereum. Um, but now furries, you definitely can't, like you can choose that, and you can choose to make gear or not. But it's interesting, definitely. But ah, um, is he older or younger? Because I know I have a younger brother, and he sometimes like fake bullies me about wearing tails all the time, but he doesn't actually like get mad at me or anything for it. Now my dad, on the other hand, that would not be such a good thing, which is why I've kind of kept it. What do you mean? Like you have one older and one younger brother? And I'm sure there is some lag because like I have 2 bars right now worth of internet, but so I'm sure there's lag. But is it raining? I sure hope it's not raining because I don't want to get these wet. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to leave when it hits an hour because I've got work to do. But it's not, that still means we have about 10 minutes left, which is fine. This is actually the longest I've had a conversation with anyone on a live stream before, so thank you for that. But I think I've finally reached enough subscribers that my videos actually get out there, because I think that's the main thing. Even though you can do a live stream at 50, you have to get more for it to even be recognized. Um, which is it's kind of sad, but it's also kind of a good thing because you don't want like 50 billion people all on your feed because they all reach 50. Like it's kind of hard to choose that. So I'm not sure what to say there. There are sometimes, ah, yeah. Context of words is hard for me to understand. I think I'm slightly autistic, to be honest. I know I'm definitely dyslexic, so that would make sense. But there are sometimes where words are hard to make out, especially with this. But dyslexic plus mask equals very hard to understand anything that anyone says. So even though I like doing stuff, I don't want you to leave. It's just it's sometimes hard to understand. Yeah, my brother does definitely. It's it's not the greatest, I'm sure. I probably have a little bit of ADHD, but it's not near as bad as my brother's. Like he can go from jumping up and down to sleeping to yeah, can't focus is a huge problem of his. So much so that he actually has super low grades right now because he's just not he can't focus. And part of it is we've kind of had a messed up family situation. Um our father is not the greatest. So it kind of messes with both of us. Um and I think that's part of the reason I am the way I am. But yeah, I have that one too. I think part of it is my theory types, and the other part is just me being me. I can't sleep without, I have to take melatonin every night. It's rough. It's, and the times that I don't have melatonin or I don't have enough melatonin, I don't sleep at all. But thankfully, I started getting on it a while back, and it's it's been better finally, but it's it's definitely hard to stay awake. But I actually almost couldn't sleep last night at all. Well, not last night, the night before, because I had so much homework. Even with melatonin, I like just couldn't fall asleep. And then last night I fell asleep almost instantly. So it was like, which part of it was I also had a panic attack due to stress of school and the fact that I knew I was having at least two different tests, if not more, today. And also the fact that I am just so tired of school already. It's like, thank you. I can't handle this. But it was probably the worst panic attack I've ever had. I like just could not, I couldn't pull myself together at all. But which is part of why I actually wore a tail to school, because even though part of it was I just really wanted to do it and today felt like a good day for it, but it was also kind of comfort because I felt so bad last night that I couldn't even do my homework. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. That's a little too much for me. Hi. I've just been talking about all kinds of stuff. I started out with talking about this this new area that I'm in because I used to record all the time in my room. But hi, Addie. I hope I said that right. um, but I used to record in my room, and now I'm in here. But and now I'm talking about school because school is rough. I'm glad I did that. I hate mispronouncing names, but which mine isn't too hard. Neither one of mine because I actually so my channel name is not my actual name because I don't want to actually have my name said out loud yet because I'm still technically a minor. But well, are you gone too? Or it could just be the internet again because the internet likes to do that. It tends to like to cut out for me. I'm surprised YouTube hasn't like come and just completely stopped the comment section because it does that a lot with my videos all the time. It's just like, yeah, nah, we be taking your all your comments, but I I did wear this one to school, and the only people who noticed was the other Therian and one of the teachers. Not one of my teachers, just one of the teachers at the school noticed. But I'm trying to figure out whether I want to do it again tomorrow. That's the big question. Do I want to wear a tail to school tomorrow? Not a school to tail tomorrow. That would not be good. I don't think I can wear a school. There's a wasp in here. I don't know how I just noticed that, but there's a wasp in here. But it's coming up on an hour, so I've got 3 more minutes, and then I need to leave because I have to study. I've got 2 tests and a quiz tomorrow, and it's also a pep rally day, which means the day is even shorter. So it's gonna be tiring tomorrow. That's for sure. That's why I wore it today, but I'm not sure because I know if I wear it constantly, people are going to notice, which part of it is I want people to notice. I want people to ask me. But I also don't want to. My brother tends to think that I'm going to get into a fight for it or somebody's going to hurt me or hit me because of it. And I'm like, that's not going to happen in school. So, and nobody noticed it today, but I'm still not 100% sure. I don't know. If there is a consensus, I might make, well, I think it's, what, why are you saying aw? Is that like because my brother cares for me or what? But he's very concerned for me, which makes sense. Even though he's my younger brother, we've always looked out for each other, so that makes sense. But yeah, I know, but it's hard because I want to wear stuff, mostly tails. I don't think I could ever wear a mask to school. That would be weird. But I definitely want to wear more tails to school, and it just he knows me so well, but I feel like I should listen to him because even though he is younger than me, he's also more of an extrovert, so he knows people. So it's just like I want to listen to him, but at the same time, it's like I want to do me. I want to be me, but it's hard sometimes to be yourself. Not necessarily for me though. Because I really could care less what other people think. The only reason I didn't put one on before now, other than just listening to my brother, was because I didn't want my dad to find out and be like, "Oh my gosh, are you a furry? Like, what are you doing? You can't have any of this," and they'll like take my tails away. But before I even wore one to school, like 2 weeks ago, I wore a raccoon tail um the whole day at his house, and when we were fixing to go to bed, and he asked me what it was, and I'm like, a raccoon tail. And a interesting conversation happened because of it. I can't say specifically because number one, I'm a minor, and number two, I don't know age ranges, and I don't want to know age ranges. But I'll just tell you, he thought it was something that it was definitely not. Um, he thought it was something that it was definitely not, and it made me laugh. But I was like, no, that is not what it is. It is a raccoon tail, and I'm wearing it for good luck because that's all I could think of. Like, because he gave me a rabbit's foot when I was 10 ish. So I told him it's like a rabbit's foot. It's like for good luck and stuff, and it also just looks really cool. But it is it is hard to be a furry for multiple reasons, but the biggest one is just society does not like you. It's even harder to be a Therian because so many people hate on you because you act like a furry. Even like, I don't mind being called a furry because I am one, but most Therians aren't furries, and so when they get called that, it it throws them off. Um, but it's not the greatest for most people. I honestly don't mind the hate, especially not online. Not necessarily. It depends on what you're wearing. Like if you're wearing this, maybe, definitely. But like this one because it's so skinny, like if I wore this one, people would notice. It's big, it's white, you can easily see it. This one, it went with my outfit. It's very thin, which helps it stay closer to my body so nobody really sees it. And even if they did, like, so what? I mean, the only thing is, if people actually know my father and then they tell him, then I might be a little concerned. But for the most part, it's like, whatever, I don't care. Now, what did throw me off guard is that one teacher that saw it and was like, "Hey, is that a ferret's tail on that you're wearing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But the thing that threw me off wasn't that she asked, it's who she was, because I actually know this teacher because me and her sons and my brother all were friends when we were like 6. So it was just it was weird hearing her say specifically about it because it was like I just didn't expect her to say that. But I really think I'm gonna wear this one or the raccoon one tomorrow because I just don't care. That and it's a pep rally, and if anyone asks, I can just say it shows spirit. Because I mean, It's school spirit because our school mascot is an animal. So I could just say it's for our mascot or whatever. And if they specifically ask me if I'm a Therian or a furry, I might say yes, depending on the person. So since you challenged me to wear the tail to school, I'm going to challenge you to, as long as it is physically safe for you to, I challenge you to at least tell your brother that you want to be a furry or that you are one. Because I feel like challenges are great. I like challenges. As long as, like I said, as long as they don't physically harm you or get you in harm's way at all, I feel like challenges are a really good thing because it gets you out of your comfort zone, which is something. What, telling your brother? Or challenges in general? Not physically safe? Okay. Is there something you can do that is, as far as furries go? Like, could you make like a bracelet or something? Or even a drawing if you wanted to? Because I know I've made plenty of drawings and then just hidden them in like a stack of other drawings. I get that. I understand. I'm honestly, that's why I was so worried for the longest time about wearing anything in front of my dad because I was scared he was gonna, not necessarily like physically harm me, but I was scared he was gonna take away this, and I don't, I actually paid my own money for this. Okay. Just as long as they don't tell him, eh? Which, depending on the friends, they might, because some friends are mean, but some of them are nice, and I'm sure at least a couple of them would probably understand. Which the thing is, furries are not what most people think they are. And I feel like, even as a Therian, I understand that, and I feel like more people need to do the research and understand, but none of it, except for a couple of things that are not good and should never be done. Um, Zoos and pedos are not okay and probably should be physically punished in some way. But other than that, being a part of any group like that, even I'm a Christian. I truly believe that even people like LGBTQ plus people, I'm not gonna physically hate them. I'm not gonna hate them at all because it's not. Yeah, most things are choices. Now, like being a Therian, being a alter human, being another kin, those things aren't necessarily a choice, but like there are so many different choices you can make, and being a furry is one of them. I chose to be a furry. It's not anything bad. I don't understand why so many people in this world think that it is bad, other than they just don't do their research, but it ain't up to me. And again, like I said, I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. I just, I feel like challenges and pushing out of boundaries and stuff can be a good thing. Like, it was definitely a good thing for me today with this. I remember the first time I had my boundaries pushed was to go to like a skating party basically with FFA. And that was the first time I truly like understood what FFA was. And after that, I have gotten more and more out of my comfort zone to the point where I'm actually an officer in my chapter, which was terrifying but also absolutely amazing because it allowed me to that was silly. But it allowed me to do something that I had always been connected to, but also having leadership skills that I never would have had without it. But I am, like I said, I am an advocate for pushing out of your comfort zone, for doing things outside of your comfort zone, but not to the point of physical or emotional harm. That's not good. That's when you need to stop. But for the other stuff, pushing your boundaries is the only way you're going to grow. As far as like that goes, coming out of your comfort zone is the only way you can grow. And I've had to learn that the hard way from going into public school to, like I said, being an officer in FFA and all that. But so I will most likely, I will definitely look at your video. And I will probably make a video mentioning you wearing this to school tomorrow. Um, and like I said, if you don't keep the thing about telling your friends, that's fine, especially if there is a potential for harm to come to you, because I don't, that's not what I'm trying to do. But if it is safe for you and you feel comfortable with it, I would encourage you to do that. And maybe in the future you could even start making art or videos or masks or even a full fursuit, which is something I want to do personally. But I will definitely check your channel out and I will definitely make a video mentioning you about this. But I probably need to go in the next 5 minutes, probably. Um, just because it's starting to get late where I'm at. I mean, not late, but that's cool. I currently do not have art with me, but I do art as well. That's actually so my story. I'm just summarizing it very quickly, but I started out with reading, then I read Warriors, then I started writing, then I got into drawing. Drawing led me into YouTube, which led me into Therian Quattrobics videos, which led me to here. So it's kind of a full circle moment almost because most Therians do find themselves through things like warrior cats. So it's kind of like a full circle thing, but it I'm that's really cool that you do art and like I said, I wish I had something to show you, but I don't currently right now. Because I'm out in the shed. But ow, just scratched myself. But I'll definitely do those two things when I'm done with this. Um, but so keep up on the lookout for that because it will happen. I will post it. It might not be immediately when I make it because like the last one I did, um, especially like in the morning, there's not a lot of internet at my school. So it's kind of like I can't post anything. And we're also not supposed to have phones, but thank you for sharing yours. I've enjoyed talking to someone other than myself. Because, like I said, the last like couple of lives I've had, nobody has actually talked to me before. So thank you for sharing your story and thank you for talking with me. I've enjoyed listening to you. I mean, technically not listening, but you get what I mean. I've enjoyed reading your story and reading your words, I guess. I'm not great with stuff like that, but I'm very thankful for you as well. Probably none of that made any sort of sense, but I am very glad that so many people have liked my things because there was a certain point where I thought that nobody would like anything that I did. So you guys have made it worth it for me. I'll try and post some of mine as well. But like I said, I'll definitely do those other two things. So, like I said, keep up on the lookout for that, and I'll probably comment on your video as well. But thank you for being here. I've enjoyed it. Bye. That was silly. Bye. What do you mean it's awkward? I mean, you kind of did just walk in on a conversation and it's at the end of a live stream. I understand you probably just stumbled on this, but